Alright, hello, hello. Oh wait, I left my water on the other side of my room. Give me a second. I don't think my mic cord is long enough. My mic cord is just barely long enough only because my arms are nuts. Hold on. Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier. No, okay. Okay, give me a sec. Stream information. Let me just check that this is actually showing up properly. Yep. I really should use this page more often. So nice how all these docs are integrated into OBS. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm having a slight moment where I'm just like double checking that I've set up everything properly before starting stream because it's been a couple of days. But hello, we are here. We are going to be drawing the Pokemans. Yeah. Plan is I finish Viram tonight, and then this weekend we start working on something else that I have not yet figured out what I'm going to be doing. So that's going to be fun. Because once again, it's like I have tons of stuff in backlog. I just haven't decided to do a lot of it. That is the case with the very Pokemon we're working on right now. I came up with this evolutionary line 7 months ago, and now I'm finally actually acting on it. So, you know, there's just some stuff where it's like, I'm just out of date, and I'm just picking up on the stuff that I came up with a while ago and just haven't had time to do quite yet. Okay. Oh shit, the stream was supposed to start just now. Good thing I'm prepared with a stream, and I've actually plugged in my iPad this time. Oh wait, I need to change this value. Pokemon tally. Hold on. Properties. Here, actually, I can transition this first. Drawing, tally, properties. Hey, Yusuf, I have no idea why the hell you're up right now. But, as much as I'd like to tell you to go to bed because you should, it is not my place necessarily to tell you that. So, Godspeed, soldier. Don't do anything grossly unhealthy, but I think you're already there, so I'm not really sure what to say at this point. Congratulations. I'm happy to have you here regardless, but, you know. It's like the 50-50 of me being, like, really appreciative. It's like, wow, you're up at, like, 5 a.m. watching one of my streams. But also, what the hell? Why are you up at 5 a.m.? You should be prioritizing your own health, stuff like that, you know? So it's like, dang, I'm touched, but also, like, take care of yourself. I think that makes sense. But yeah, now we are at 32 out of 75 of the, Cookie Run Kingdom grind right now. That's why I'm up. Okay. So I believe we are at 32. Let me double check that I can actually count them, because I might actually be off in this tally, because there's a very specific number that I'm trying to read off here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Hold on, let me reread that. I might have missed one earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. How did I get 32 that time? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7 plus 4, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Okay, so I am at 32 and a half technically, because there's a Pokemon that I've drawn one form of that I need to draw another form of, maybe for this region's Pokedex. So I'm at 32 or 33 or 32 and a half right now, I guess. It's weird, but it makes sense. Because I'm counting it not necessarily by actual drawings, but by dex entry, which is a bit more of a pain in the butt. Let me see, where is this? Okay. So wait, Yusuf, if it's like 5 a.m. for you right now, how late is it usually when you're in my streams? Because now I'm like thinking, and I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, right, I need to turn on Do Not Disturb. I need to turn off those things. I'm not trying to dox myself, for I am a goofball and an idiot, and I make mistakes, as do many people. Okay, there we go. So now I can finish drawing legs today. My favorite activity. What the hell was that? I need to change this line. Hold on, I see you typing. Or are they counted in all evolutions or shinies? Wait, what's up? Wait, what do you mean by that? Because, like, when I'm talking about forms, I'm, like, actually talking about, like, okay, hold on, first of all, let me finish this leg really quick, and then I'm going to explain what I mean by that, because it actually is a meaningful definition. I'm not here, like, speaking science and shit on stream, on Twitch. This is how I get viewership, by being an absolute fucking nerd. Okay, so yeah, that works. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I did save that. Sick. So I don't even have to think. Just erase. No consequence. My favorite. Okay. Okay. Mac and cheese? Nice. Yusuf, what do you mean by they counted all evolutions and shinies? Or just double checking? Because I think I know what you mean by that, but I'm not entirely sure. Because here, hold on. Let me see if I can pull this up like a true gamer. Google. Window. This. We have the very cool dev document. It's my favorite activity. I love the dev document. We all love the dev document. Here we go. So quickly transition this. Wow, incredible. Okay, so we have the dev document, a ton of redacted stuff because I don't want y'all knowing about that. And then there's a ton of example stuff here. But the big deal is like you'll have some Pokemon like here. This section right here, there's two different drawings. But because they both make up a single slot in the Pokedex, because there are two different forms of the same Pokemon that have clearly delineated different typings or abilities or like designs and stuff like that, it's two drawings, but it makes up a single unit in the Pokedex. When I'm talking about like the thing at the up here at the top of my screen where it says like number like Carbos region Pokemon done 32 out of 75, that's out of the 75 that start this region. That is the first section of the region that is being considered, and that includes all the starters, which I have not come up with yet, but also a lot of Pokemon I've already come up with, a lot of Pokemon I've drawn already, and a lot of Pokemon I still need to come up with. But in the end, it's 75 different sections. It's 75 different like actual Pokedex entries, but they may have multiple drawings to them. So I could like end up, so for example, technically for this region, I've drawn 40 Pokemon, specifically for this part of this subregion. I've drawn 40 Pokemon, and I have about 7 Pokemon that I may loan from existing content, existing media. Like 7 or 8 Pokemon that I may loan from existing media. So I've done like 60, but it's not out of 75. It's out of like maybe 100, because some of these Pokemon will have duplicates. So there's actually like 100 drawings that go into it, but there's 75 dex entries, just as an example. So that's how it gets a little bit more complicated, but that's why I have to like actually explain these. So are the Evos and Shinies counted as one of the 75, or do they not apply? So evolutions do, because they each get their own dex entry. Shinies do not, because Shinies are just another form of the same Pokemon. In the same way that like me drawing all the different Minior forms is a single change in the number at the top right of my screen, because it's one dex entry, even though it's 9 drawings or like 8 drawings, something like that. That's where it kind of gets complicated, but it's the easiest way to keep things on track, because it's like, oh, I know I have like 75 dex entries I need to get done. I know what they're going to be filled with. Some of them might be multiple drawings because they might have multiple forms. Like for example, there's an argument that could be made that I'm actually at the 33rd Pokemon, not the 32nd Pokemon right now, because there's a Pokemon that I will be loaning from the actual games that I gave a new form to, but I might give another second new form to it. So instead of it being like, oh, I've like completed that dex entry, it's like I might have completed it because I've done the half that I know I was going to do, but there's another half of it that might not be included in this part of the region, and therefore like cuts it out, and therefore I'm done with it. Or I might include it as part of this subregion, and therefore I can't say cut it out, and I've gotten half of that entry done. Does that make sense? It's a little complicated, but it kind of, it's the easiest way of organizing things without things getting way more complicated. Thanks for the explanation. Of course, I'm doing my best here to just like explain shit. I like explaining shit, especially because the shit is mine. I have done this. I have drawn these goofballs, these menaces to society. Oh, that's not great. Oh wait, that's too much. Okay, sick. I don't even have to worry about it. Oh. Can I please like get this right? That'd be awesome. Sometimes it's like weirdly hard to get these legs right, and it's very annoying. Got it? Awesome. Yeah, sorry, that was a very long-winded explanation, but essentially there's like, the main reason I have a counter is because like objectively, there are going to probably be multiple hundred drawings in this region. There are going to be multiple hundred Pokemon in this region. But I want to be able to get the first section of the region done, so then I could potentially start actually doing like other lore and like game mechanics and stuff like that done for it, since I've done all the base work, I've done all the drawing work. And once I'm done with that, and once that counter goes to 0, or actually more accurately, once that Carlos region Fakemon goes to 75, then I've completed almost all of the drawings. Technically, there are a couple extras that aren't actually in the base Pokedex, in those 75 that I would have to do. But all of those 75 would allow me to actually do programming. Like, it gives me the space of being like, okay, I've done this section, I can still draw to like start working on the next couple of regions, or like sub-regions, I guess, and like the rest of the content that would be in the supposed game, but also just in this general region and art project as is. But it also gives me the space of being like, hey, I have all the basic stuff I need to actually like start doing coding, and then I could potentially start doing that. So I'm just like kind of setting that as like a line in the sand where it's like, okay, I finished this section, and then it gives me the option to do this. So that's the current deal. Gosh dang it, these legs. I swear to God, half the time it's so hard to get the angle of this right so it doesn't look stupid. Can't wait for the coding streams. Yeah, it's literally like, either I finish the art project within, I don't know, depends on how active I am this next semester, but I probably could finish all 75 Pokemon by May of next year, March of next year, if I'm consistent. And then after that, I will either start working on actual coding for a potential Pokemon fan game, or for another like smaller game that I came up with as a way to be like, okay, this is like how I'm going to teach myself how to like do all the basic starting stuff for a potential Pokemon fan game. Like teach myself like how to like do a game dev document, and like how to I don't know, how to like choose an engine and stuff like that, and like how do you do pixel art animations and stuff. A lot of stuff like that I've kind of pre-planned by like setting up an entirely separate game I could potentially work on, which is very funny. I think it's really interesting though, and really cool. So I've actually done a little bit of pixel art for it on the stream already, which is also sick. Okay, why do these look goofy as hell? How do I make these less goofy looking? Is this just me? Does this look weird to people? I feel like this looks weird. It's very much annoying me that this looks weird. I'm having an issue with this. God dang it. Ayo, I'm back. Leggies? Yeah, we doing leggies right now. I'm having a bad time. I'm trying to make the leggies leg, but they are not legging properly, and it is quite annoying. That might be a proper leggy, though. I might have leggied there. That's an okay leggy. That's a pretty solid leggy. Pleasure having you back, Bucket. I'm gonna make this longer. It looks so weird. It looks so chunky somehow. I don't know how to explain it. But that doesn't make any sense either. How do I make this less chunky? Like, it's also not very chunky at the same time. I don't get it. How have I done this? What the f- It's so confusing. That's better. That's better. That's better. Okay. Now I can stop yapping about leggies as much, even though I still do need to keep yapping about leggies. Okay, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then I don't need to erase anything there, so that's nice. Okay, hold up, have you ever made a minigame to get a little familiar with coding? I have not. But actually, why not a few large legs like usual viruses? We'll explain that in a second. First, I'm going to answer Yusuf's question really quickly. So no, I have not. But I've come up with an idea for a game that would be much more simplistic than an RPG, and therefore would take less time to code, because RPGs take a notoriously long time to code. But still like involves like 2D art style and stuff like that, and therefore would be a good place to like kind of learn the ropes with like Godot or something in getting there. So really quickly, here, hold on. How do I do this? Okay, because this is gonna be in desktops. So, oh, I would have to open Aseprite to do this. That or I could just pull out the images, but those are kind of a pain in the ass. It's kind of annoying to do that. Last time I did it, it took forever. Actually, I could pull up the VOD. That might be faster. But, essentially, have you ever heard of the, phone game Tomb of the Mask? I know that's kind of specific, but Tomb of the Mask. Nope, I'm not tapped in. Okay. So it's one of those like maze games where instead of here, hold on. Am I doing this right? Kind of doing this right. So the idea of the game is it's very much like this, I guess, light blue, navy blue, dark purple color palette, where you take this yellow cube and then kind of slide it up and down around the map to try and escape through the top of the map as like the map kind of crumbles beneath you, and then if like it catches up to you, or if you like run into spikes or like hit an enemy or something, you just die and it restarts. My thought process is I could take the kind of movement mechanics of that, where it's just like you press right and then it shoots you all the way across the screen, and then turn it into a Souls-like. So essentially you get this combination of like different puzzle levels where you would have to like actually figure out how to escape this maze, and like you might have to like hit some buttons or like bounce off things in a certain way, or there might be an objective in which like you have to like kill a certain number of enemies. And regardless, it kind of balances between being like this puzzle game while also being a like almost roguelite enter the gungeon kind of boss fight game. Yeah, it's one of those mom versus dad ad games. Yeah, a little bit. But the thought process of like having this character that just kind of like slides across tiles instead of like actually having to think about like movement that much is interesting to me. So essentially the thought process is you create one of those like kind of puzzle games where they just kind of like you slide in one direction and it just shoots you across until you hit a wall, or like shoots you across until you land on a hole and fall through the floor, or like shoots you across until you land into some spikes and die, or something like that, you know? And then every first time you move, you're vulnerable. Every second time you move, you're invulnerable and deal damage across everything that you hit throughout that dash. So it would be this puzzle game where like there might be a boss, and then you would have to figure out how to alternate you attacking the boss in certain ways, so then you're every single time you're hitting the boss, it's like a dash attack, while also like dodging projectiles and stuff like that. It seems like it would be a little bit tedious, but if like I code the game right and like make interesting enough levels, I think it could be really, really fun. So that would be kind of like my intro and getting to learn like how to use like 2D style animation, how to be able to like use, yeah, exactly, how to use different like 2D, just 2D code, stuff like that, learning how to make a pixelated map on the back, tiled stuff. It's just like a lot of stuff that would probably be translated into a Pokemon game, but also is just interesting enough on its own that it could like constitute its own like small game. Yeah, I think it's interesting, right? Because it's like a roguelike, but it's slow enough that it makes you have to think. It's like the anti, like the further you get into the game, the less you have to think. It's like, no, the further you would get into this game, the more you would have to think about like, okay, how would I have to move up against like this bounce pad to make sure that I make it across this gap without getting hit by something, and eventually moving around in a certain like way, so then I get back to this exact spot, so then I can do a dash attack across and hit the boss or something like that. So it's gonna be interesting. I think it'd be a really cool game idea, but I just haven't started on it yet. I've done a little bit of sprite work for like a lot of the background blocks. I have not created the character for the game yet. I have not created the enemies. I do have ideas for the enemies. I have ideas for like how the health system will work and stuff like that. I think it's very interesting. I think it's very cool. I have not started that much on it, but that's kind of my planned like mini game to start working on before I actually start doing like a full-blown RPG off rip, because that will take a million fucking years to code, and I would rather get some experience first. But yeah, that's very long answer, but correct answer. Okay. Good luck in game dev hell. Hey, I mean, like, if I'm streaming it, it's less boring. Like, there's now a software and game development spot on Twitch, thanks to Pirate Software and everyone else, like, Primogen, other people who are just, like, very much working to, like, try and get that space for Twitch, and now I can take advantage of that. So I really don't see a downside to this. At some point, I'm probably going to start streaming coding, and then I might meet some people in that kind of area, and they might be able to help me just because we're all on Twitch and just because we're randomly rating people, and I think that's cool. I think that's really, really cool. And I'm too scared to start on it right now, but I also want to actually like finish up with this kind of section of the project as of right now. And maybe, you know, like I get more like game dev predatory. But I think there's probably going to be a point where I just kind of like get the itch to try and just try it, and I'm just gonna have like a 4-hour stream where I'm just screaming at Godot and like learning the basics about coding and stuff like that, and eventually I'll get there. And slowly, like, I might do like 2 streams of Pokemon a week and then 1 stream of coding, and then I'll just keep doing that until eventually I'm like starting to learn stuff, and I think it would be cool. I think it would be cool. But yeah, you said there's a predatorily thing. It's like at the start of me streaming, I thought I was going to do a mix of gaming and drawing, and I did for a little bit, but then I realized that it's probably better if I start off just doing one thing that I'm good at, that's a niche, so then I can build an audience, and then from there I have like the space to actually start like moving around and doing other things. So purgatory, yeah, that's what I heard. But that's what I assumed he meant by predatorily. But yeah, so I'm currently just doing drawing because it means that I may just randomly end up meeting people who also happen to be in the Fakemon community because I have the right tags, because I'm in the art section, because I'm doing this and people might be interested in it. It's a very niche thing that people will find smaller streamers for, you know? At one point I was doing a bit of a Empire at War playthrough, but that was really early on and I wasn't very good at streaming yet, so I have since scrapped that and just have gone full streaming drawing just to like kind of consolidate things and get better at streaming, and it's been really good for me. But I'm starting to get to the point where, like, I don't know, maybe like 2 months into the next semester or something, if I'm comfortable enough with what's going on at school, I can probably start branching out a little bit and more in more of what I am doing on stream. Probably not games for a while, because I feel like that's what it's called. Yeah, purgatory. There's hell, there's heaven, and there's purgatory. Purgatory is where you're stuck in the middle, limbo, stuff like that. Yeah. It's okay. At least you didn't say flaming yawn, dude. Just here. Hold on. Our favorite. We love our like high-end cuisine. Flaming yawn. Filet mignon. I know how to pronounce it correctly, but people do this. English, a language that is stupidly hard to actually learn because it's like 3 different languages had a kid, and then they decided, you know what, we're going to like streamline everything about this kid's life, so then it's like makes sense to native speakers because they're acclimated to it and can kind of make those leaps in logic, but everyone else doesn't realize that. Filet mignon, yes, exactly, stuff like that. Flaming yawn, like flaming, like something is on fire, and then yawn as in like Snorlax. I think objectively is the most cursed way I've seen that spelled. But yes, filet mignon. I believe that is correct. Dragons do. Yes. Dragons do in fact do this. Thank you. Bucket out here with like the actual like 5 head opened their 3rd eye type shit. It's just dragons do in fact do a flaming yawn. That's incredible. Oh man. Okay, let's see. That's terrible. As I expected. Why is this so difficult sometimes? Okay. Okay, I'm getting somewhere. I don't know why legs are so difficult. Maybe it's just because they're like cursed legs or something. I've got to go on a fancy trip that'll last a few days. Glad I could catch the stream. I've got to sleep early tonight, though. Airport, maybe in an hour. Feel free to yell at me to sleep. I will yell at you to sleep. Like, I appreciate your viewership, and I appreciate you showing up, but go to bed, dog. Like, please, I am way more interested in your personal health than my numbers. And I always will be. As much as I do genuinely appreciate that, and I will hammer home that, like, yes, I still want you guys to come here. I am happy having you guys here. It is fun talking to you guys and stuff like that. But go to bed, dog. Do healthy stuff. Okay, let me think about this. I don't remember. I think you're CST. So it's like what? It's like 9 p.m. Yeah, that's kind of fair. You probably got an hour. Like, you can chill if you want. But, like, as soon as it hits 10 o'clock for you, bed, nana, nap time, you're gone. Okay. The amount of light bulb moments you're going to have after finally understanding something when you're coding is going to be great. Oh, probably. I mean, I have a decent amount of experience coding at this point, just not like games or like anything that actually requires like 2D or 3D rendering. Like most of the time, like I have a decent amount of Java experience, but a lot of that is like doing backend stuff, and it's not like super high level backend stuff. It's like, oh, make sure this like timer works, and then like do something that automatically calculates this with like this number of input arguments, and it's like stuff like that like I can do. I don't know whether I can do object classes and stuff that well, so that's going to be the real kicker. That's going to be what I'm probably going to struggle with most, but we shall see. I doubt I'm going to code in Java. I'm probably going to use like Python or something, but since it's pretty similar, I doubt I'll have that many issues. Yeah. But yeah, coding. So much fun. Yet quite the bitch, as many shall know it as. Okay. Why is this like chunky? It's chalky here. Stop being chalky here. We'll see. Hey, Volt, you said you'd explain why many leggies? Oh, so yes, as you can see, normal bacteriophage has leggies at the butt end. However, this is a ram. This is like a battering ram. So it doesn't really work if you have the legs at the back sticking out like this, because it doesn't make any sense. So instead, I did this beautiful thing called taking a creative liberty, where I instead put the legs next to and alongside the entire length of, I don't know, this is probably a Cyphoviridae. I mean, look at the length of this thing. But I was like, okay, I'll just have it like crawl around like a centipede, because that's more interesting and also will make more sense if it is to be a battering ram. So now you have, wow, battering ram turns around, sticks its butt in the thing, army invasion, Trojan horse, binge, very cool. I think it's interesting, but you end up with centipede boy, icosahedron centipede bacteriophage. But that is the reason. I think it makes sense. I don't know why it's this many. I just started spacing them out, and this is what I ended up with. So sometimes I'm not going to have a good answer for you, but that's the best I can give you here. Okay, is that satisfactory answer for you? Does that answer your question, Bucket? I fear the canonical ramifications of these viruses. That's a good question. I have not thought that closely about its actual lore. I have considered it being tied to another part of the lore that I may scrap for copyright reasons. But it's definitely a more interesting Pokemon, and I kind of like it that way. Do they have flu shots? I mean, like, this section of the region roughly takes place, I'm going to guess 530 million years ago, so I'm going to guess they do not have influenza shots. The good news is influenza does not exist at this point, I don't think. But specifically, as stated, this is supposed to be represented not by just any virus, but bacteriophages. Bacteriophages, as the name would suggest, infect bacteria. So I don't know whether it would actually have any long-standing ramifications for any of the other Pokemon I will have in this region. What I will say is that this thing is definitely not going to be microscopic, because a microscopic Pokemon is boring as hell. Viram is going to be rather large, I'm guessing. That is going to be my guess. I don't know how large, but it is going to be rather large, despite the fact that it is a bacteriophage. Ribozyme is going to be small. Deoxydol is going to be a little bit bigger than that. Viram is going to be of reasonable size. I will not get the scaling exactly right, but yes. Here, make it close my file explorer. But yeah, Pokemon, my favorite. Okay, that's motion. Oh, what? Do they? Oh wait, I already said that. I'm freaking blind. Oh, happy Disability Pride Month, y'all. Hey, happy Disability Pride Month for those who have disabilities. I don't know how accessible my stream is in that sense. I have not created like the subtitling system. I have not subtitled my VODs. I probably should. I have not figured out how to do it. I think auto closed captioning should be on for them, but yeah. Very cool shout out to everyone who may not be as capable or necessarily equal to the average person. You are still people, however, and I think it is cool the things that you sometimes are able to do in spite of your conditions, and also the things that you are unable to do because of your conditions. So no hate around here. I love subtitles. I love subtitles too. That's actually, hold on, I'm going to double check it right now because that will piss me off that much. I don't know whether I have automatic closed captioning on my VODs. I need to check this because this is important. This is actually something that like I will literally care about. Oh, we have automatic closed captioning. I'm guessing it didn't spell any of the Pokemon's names right. I don't know why it spelled Gems wrong. Gems is supposed to be spelled with a G. YouTube, what are you doing? I am talking to Admiral Ensign right now in this video. Shellock. Okay, it's actually doing a pretty decent job. Okay, I'm happy that I have closed captions on my videos. I was going to be very mad if I didn't. If you can teach me how to do it, please let me add subtitles to your vids and VODs. I don't know whether I can do that without giving you access to my channel. And as much as I appreciate you, Bucket, I'm not sure I'm comfortable giving you like full access to my YouTube channel. If that's like a fair thing to be saying. But otherwise, yes, you can still like potentially go through the actual VODs because like the VODs are all up on YouTube. If you want, you can you can go into YouTube, watch the VODs, type it out, or actually, can I download a transcript? I might be able to download a transcript. That might be easier if you were to do this. Here, let me see. Can I download a transcript of my YouTube videos? Because I could just send you that, and then you can just kind of like autofill with it, whatever you think makes sense. New channel. Manage videos. I also wonder how large of a file that would be. Options. Shareable link. No, not promote. Comments, view on YouTube, details. Subtitles. English. Automatic captions are available on your video no matter what language users. Duplicate and edit. Oh, dog, there's no way it gives me... It's also really funny because I can see when I would just stop talking because then it just like changes into music in brackets. Oh, what the hell? Can I copy this whole thing? How many characters is this gonna be? I don't think Discord is gonna accept this bucket. Discard changes. Okay. Here, hold on. I'm gonna see if I can copy this to you. Oh, it just sends as a text file. That's so funny. Okay. It's very odd. Can you make it into a file? Yeah, it automatically turned itself into a file as soon as I copy pasted it into Discord. It's sent as a TXT, I think. You should be able to access on any computer, regardless of type. Sorry to interrupt your stream with this little. No, of course, this is interesting. Nothing against that. Call me the caption god, because I love captions too much. Why do these look so terrible? Never understand that. Okay. I'm just not gonna question this anymore. Oh, what? I did not mean to do that. Oh, what? Aha, it beeps swearing. Does it? Okay, actually, how much swearing is in it? I can actually check that now because we can just go through the thing. This is so cool. You think this is for the Shellix stream, by the way? Oh no, this is the Deoxydol Shiny stream. Yeah, it keeps bleeping the swearing. Okay, there's actually not as much swearing as I thought. I'm kind of impressed. I gotta say, the amount of ums though is making me a little uncomfortable. I feel like I'm really saying that quite a lot. But like, okay, I'm actually shocked how little I'm swearing. I thought I was swearing way more during streams. Have I been like internally swearing less, or is it just that there's like a lot of these like smaller? Whoa. Holy crap, the sidebar to the right is nuts. You have to drag so far to the right to see everything. That is insane. Jesus. Okay. Geometrical. Yes, he's got the geometry. Hi, miss. Whoa. We're investigating subtitles right now. Because subtitles are cool and interesting, and they matter for people like me, because I like subtitles. Can I just... Okay, I cannot do that. I thought I could do that. I could not do that. That is not what I meant to do. Whoa. Okay. Alright. I forgot the thing to make your YouTube pop up. Other way around. Yeah, what's it called? Boom. Incredible. Yup. Sorry, no, all good. I'm not gonna judge you for that. It's kind of hard to remember those codes. I've now finished the legs. Now I can do the magic thing called my favorite. Ooh. I don't know how that's like less than half in the mid settings. That's crazy to me. Oop. Okay. And then can clear out that section. And then I can finish coloring this in, and then I'm likely going to try color picking different colors to this because I may want to change it, but for the moment this is fine. By the way, has music in the background been a reasonable volume this whole time? I realized I've had my my headset on low volume, and I don't know if that's if like audio might be good or bad then. I don't know how much I've scrolled it to. No, I didn't mean to use eraser. It's icosahedrons. Hello, Boom. How's it going? My connection couldn't be worse. Oh, I'm sorry, that's unfortunate. Sadly, I'm gonna guess that's a Twitch issue and not mine. Yeah, I only have 64 dropped frames in the last like hour. That's really pretty good. So I will not be trying to mess with my setup right now. Okay. Wait, all of them are touching. Oh, I can't even do that. Oh, 6. So that means I have to choose yellow for this. Nice. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep the legs like this, and then these just less than 1 megabyte. What is my, what must be my frames be like right now if your connection is that bad? I'm actually interested. No, the stream is skipping like crazy. Oh crap, wait, this is my issue then. Hold on. How bad is it? Give me a second. Oh shit. It doesn't say there's anything wrong on my end. It's the confusing part. Most of the time there is. Give me a sec. Where's this? I'm fine. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I'm watching this on... I just checked another device in my house. It's fine. Are you guys just all, like, simultaneously having tech errors, though? Or is there something really weird going on with, like, longer distance streaming right now? That's odd. I'm fine? Okay. Dog, no, you cannot come into my room right now. Hold on, actually, give me a sec. I'm gonna let the dog come in. As soon as I said that, it went back to normal. No, I just have shitty Wi-Fi. Interesting. Weird. I now have a dog in my room. This is against my will, but he literally scratched at my door and I opened it, and then he was like, you know what, I'm walking in. And I'm like, okay. You are not even my dog. We are literally dog sitting you. What are you doing, Fenway? Regardless. Yeah. Dog in the stream, what will he do? He's mad napping on my bed right now. He's decided he's adverse possessed my property just now. I feel like this is cat behavior, but whatever. Hi, bud. Teacher, my dog ate my Wi-Fi, that's why I'm lagging. Totally. Yeah, exactly. My dog just went up to the modem and just started chewing on it, and then suddenly, boom, outage. No more homework assignment. I'm sorry, chat. Avil, what vid is this transcript from specifically? I'm having trouble finding it. Let me double check really quickly. It should be the shiny, it should be, yeah, it is the Drawing Deoxydol and Talking with Chat Part 2 stream, which is in fact public and should be the first stream that is currently posted on my channel, or the most recent one. Hate it when my 20-sided Pokemon only has 19 sides. Are you sure, Boom? Of course, Bucket. Thank you, I appreciate you helping me out with this, or at least taking an interest in it. It's cool. I don't know how you can tell it only has 19 sides. I drew an icosahedron, or I traced an icosahedron. We do not see all the sides. It has like 9 from what we can see right now. There are more behind it. Yes. Okay, that's done. I need to do this. I like how Buckets just decided I'm going to be such a VOD frog that I actually do closed captioning for my streamer. That's crazy. I really appreciate it, but it's very, very wild to me that you're like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna decide to do subtitles for a video right now. It's actually been a dream of mine to do closed captions. It's a very niche dream. Hey, I mean, do what you love, you know? I'm not gonna hate on you for it. Bucket, if you want, if I actually make like a legit video, I'll hire you to do like proper closed captions for it, if you'd like. But I would actually have to go and do an actual video first, so I'll have to wait. It's that, or I do the thing where I actually edit in subtitles, which I honestly probably would, unless it like is the worst part about doing everything, in which I might not. But we'll see. Because I haven't edited before. Well, I have edited, but like not in a meaningful way before. Like I've cropped a video in DaVinci Resolve multiple times, and I've spliced stuff together, but that's not like an achievement, so can talk about the details later if you want, sure. I'm just messing around. I mean, valid, but like, you know, I am willing to compensate you for your efforts in certain capacities. Okay. More legs. On. Only vids on my channel are small speed paints, so I can't caption much. You have a channel? Hey yo, why am I only just hearing about this now? Hey yo, bucket speed paint react stream would go hard. I'm just kidding, but You know what else would go hard? Elden Ring edit? Okay, I literally do not play the game. Otherwise, maybe. But since I do not play the game, there is literally no reason I would go out of my way to do that. Well, honestly, it'd be funny if, like, at one point, I was, like, I don't expect this. I'm not, like, trying to say, like, oh, I have, like, these grand aspirations or anything. But it'd be really funny if I was, like, a major streamer, and then all of my chat was just, like, play Elden Ring, and I'm like, I've literally never touched a FromSoft game in my life, and then I'd just get my ass beat for, like, 4 days straight trying to learn how to play a game that's remotely like this. And it would be really, really funny content. But only if I had a huge audience, I'm not gonna lie. It would be really funny only if I had a massive audience. Elden Ring is so fun, dude. The amount of builds you can make is amazing. I know, I have a lot of friends that hype it up, but it's just, as of right now at least, it's not a game I'm looking to play. So, sorry, but I have no incentive to start playing Elden Ring right now. I also get my ass beat, like, all the time. Well, yeah, fair, but I don't know if, like, there's the other half of it where it's just, like, it's a huge time commitment. I've never played a game like it before, and I'm already so busy playing so many other games at, like, every time, and also doing other things in my life that I'm not sure whether I can sync. I've considered Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight I've more considered. There's another game that's, like, along that vein that I want to be playing before I do. I think Animal Well. I might play Animal Well first, even though it isn't really, like, the same kind of game. It feels to me a little bit like Hollow Knight, so it's like I might play Animal Well at some point. Hollow Knight OST goes hard, though. Listen to that during my grad practice. Like, yes, as I was, like, graduating school, I was listening to the Hollow Knight OST with an AirPod in. Or, like, when I was practicing for it, which I think is very funny. Play Silk Song, JK, that will never come out. Yeah, unfortunately. I know people are clamoring for it, but I'm very much a person who does not really see the light at the end of the tunnel either. Okay, this... I think I'm going to change the color of this after I finish coloring it in. Yeah, this is, as much as I want to use this color, it's, not necessarily very forgiving, I'm guessing. So, we shall change it. What the, I'm not even gonna read that. I'm sorry, Boom. Like, it's on the screen. People can just read it for themselves. I'm not reading that. I'm just straight up not going to read that. I'm sorry. Okay. Every time I see that stuff, I remember dark memes and double cringe, and like I hate to say, but we're just as bad. Oh, what? Like, okay, but here's the thing: MLG was sick. MLG was dope as hell. We love MLG. Our brain rot was MLG, and I stand by it. But also, equally, that gives me the reason not to crap on other people's brain rot. That like gives me the knowledge to be like, we've been through this rodeo. Like, we are not necessarily anything special necessarily. So let's not like randomly crap on other people's interests simply because of our different ages. If that makes any sense. Was it really sick? Objectively, it was just as unfunny as now. I liked it. At the time, I wasn't like a huge fan of it, but some of the stuff, I mean, the main thing is it was just like, it was pretty much a precursor to the like concept of really like stupidly high-end edits, in my opinion. Because like a lot of that stuff is literally just like COD clips, or like MLG originated out of COD clips, Call of Duty clips, where like something insane would happen and then they just add a shit ton of stuff on the screen. Nowadays, like the equivalent of like MLG from an editing standpoint is like when there's like somebody gets a kill in Valorant and then there's like 15 different perspectives and they slow it down and they add music and then they like do all like this cool animations, that like stuff like that is like the equivalent. I think it's interesting that it kind of led up to that kind of stuff, but it wasn't necessarily funny to me, I guess. I mean, I was a dumbass kid at one point. We all were, but yeah. All right, see you later, Yusuf. Have a good EP, since it is quite late for you. I'm guessing you're going to bed, and I think you should, so have a good night. 2 Vault streams at the same time. Built different. He's actually built different. You aren't a real fan if you're not watching a VOD and stream at the same time. You're not truly gaming until you spent $500 on my non-existent OnlyFans /J. As in you guys know what I mean. I just realized the auto captions picked up the perfect from the song. That's hilarious. Nice catch. Alright, I want to see how this looks. Damn. Damn. Not a bad job on my part. Okay. Ooh. Oh, what, like the fill? Yeah, the fill was good. It was a good fill. Say okay quite a bit, actually. Yeah, I know I do. Mostly when I'm talking to myself, and that's kind of when that's kind of the mindset I'm in when I'm streaming, where it's like I'm half talking to myself, but I'm half interacting with you guys. I kind of switch on and off from it. So I say okay a lot just to kind of like, it's like just by itself. Most of the time I say it to just kind of self-affirm, or just to be like, put myself in the right mindset to then be able to talk to myself. Because I'll always start it off with like, okay, and then we do that. Or like, I finish something and then I'm like, oh, okay. Because I've like, kind of, it's like, I guess it's a way of like checking it off in my head. I don't really know how to explain it. That's kind of interesting. I haven't put a lot of thought into it. But yeah. It's definitely a mechanism of some kind. What are the dogs doing? They are making a racket. Wow. Okay. Yo, this is the one where you info dumped about Mola Mola. Sweet. Yeah. Yeah, we love info dumping on this channel. Our favorite activity. Um, Whoa. Okay. Hmm. What do we think? What do we think I do about this? Do I add this purple in instead of the yellow? Or more accurately, wait, hold on. Okay. Because technically it would go against the color system I have right now, where it's drawn from this, which is drawn from this, which is then added to this. But I really want to have the yellow as the legs, and I feel like it's too much. It's too much yellow. Also, it kind of looks like piss. So I'm trying to figure out a way to get around that. You know what I mean? I think it makes sense. Purple looks fine. Okay. I might just keep this as is then, because I think it looks better. There we go. It's actually... This is the correct color. I gotta sleep now. Have a good stream, Volt. I'll send the transcript when I'm done. Sounds good. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your work, and I appreciate you tuning in. I will see you later. Meanwhile, I'm going to try and finish Viram tonight, so we'll see how that goes. Which may be a while because of my aforementioned trip. Right, thank you for the reminder. Alright. I'll see you next time. Okay. Then, now that I've done all the coloring in, I can start doing shading. Should go to 12. What the hell? There we go. Okay. I'm back. I wanted to check on a couple of things really quick. Okay. Man, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. Okay, that was an accident, but whatever. Might make the next stream doing the shiny of this Pokemon and then a couple other shinies, honestly. But then I have another stream after that, and I need to figure out what to do for that. And I'm not sure what I can get done in a single day, so I'll plan it out. I might just be doing shinies this weekend, or we might be working on a completely new Pokemon. We'll see. I will be done with Viram here within the next 45 minutes, I'm guessing. It's a lot of shading is the issue. It's just a lot of ground to cover on it. Because a lot of these lines are quite specific, I can't really just go big screen and then come back in. Okay, you actually, you know what? Screw it. Okay. 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 Ugh. Okay. So that color's done. And then I need to do green, which I think I can just do like picking from here. Yep. Okay, had some very weird mic issues for a second. Okay. Let's crank me down. I'm being very loud right now. I'm not entirely sure why. It's like, oh, you're gonna be loud now, but that should help. Unfortunate. And that is Viram then. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will not be doing the shiny tonight. It has been 3 hours, which I think is enough. But thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry for the weird audio issues consistently. So like right now I'm using an entirely separate mic now because I'm having some weird issues. Thank you Bucket for deciding that he wants to do closed captioning on some of my VODs, so that's cool. Thank you Yusuf for showing up. Thank you Amiss for showing up. Thank you Boom for showing up. You can find me on Instagram at Carbos Region, Tumblr at Carbos Region. You can find me at Tumblr on Cultbos Region. You can find me on YouTube at Voltaic Glint, capital V, capital G, no spaces, no nothing. You can find, and then of course you can find me here Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, on twitch.tv/Voltaic Glint 278. And with that, I will see you guys all on Friday for the next stream. Thank you guys so much for coming. See you.